everyone. I don't know about this lighting in here. It might be a little rough. The sun is shining. It is 78 degrees outside. It is a beautiful day. So thankful for some nice weather. Spring is coming. Hope everyone had a great day. I had a pretty good day. It was kind of quiet at work today. Got some people bring me egg cartons. That's a hint as you got any more eggs? So I'm gonna bring at least 3 dozen to work tomorrow. I'm gonna shut this because it's noisy. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I just wanted to kind of hop on and just touch base. And you know, I was doing some thinking today, and I don't know if it's something I kind of debated whether it was something I wanted to talk about, just because I don't want to be one of those I'm gonna move this. I don't want to be one of those channels that's like Debbie Downer all the time. You know, I don't, because I don't feel like that. You know, I feel like I have a pretty positive attitude, and it's not just my attitude, it's my outlook, I guess, because I am a Christian, and I don't fear of the future. I don't look at everything as negative. I look at things as God has put me in this time for a reason. And I'm thankful. You know, I'm thankful for the life that He's given me. I'm thankful for, most of all, for salvation, for, you know, God's grace and mercy that He just has poured out on me in my life. And I am gonna try to live in that reality and the joy of that, the joy of my salvation. And as bad as things are in this world, and as evil as things are, God's still good. There's so much good and so much to be thankful for. And I refuse to waste 1 minute of my life being fearful or being a Debbie Downer. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm perfect at that. I'm not saying that I don't have those moments. Because if you know, we live in this world, we're going to have those moments where things look dark, things look depressing, because there is so much sadness, there's so much pain. But the Bible tells us not to think on those things. And that doesn't mean living with your head buried in the sand. That means not filling our minds with that. We know that there's evil in the world. We don't have to fill our head with it every single day. I was thinking about this the other day. Our brains are not meant to take in that kind of stuff all the time. That's why God tells us what we're supposed to think about. And we are not supposed to think about the evil things. You know, all of this stuff going on, whether it be politics, whether it be the Epstein files, or whatever you want to, whatever it is, there's so much evil. And you know, once we put those images in our head, they're there. They don't leave. They're there. Once you open up that video or those pictures or whatever it is, it's there. And, you know, the old song, oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. Oh, be careful, little hands, what you touch. There's, you know, there's so much truth in that. Our minds weren't ever meant to carry all of that. You know, the Bible says to cast all of your care upon Him because He cares for us. We don't have to engulf ourselves in what's going on in the world. We do not have to do that. That doesn't mean that we don't care. That doesn't mean that we're uninformed. Whatever it is, like, there's always been evil in the world. Now it's so in our faces, like, all of the time. Through social media, you know, through the television, through the radio. Everything is bad news. And, you know, as Christians, we are not supposed to be in this world. We're called to be separate from the world. But if we're always putting that stuff in our head, isn't that becoming part of the world? Isn't that taking the cares of the world and putting it upon ourselves? Because then it changes our thinking, it changes our attitude, our outlook on life. It takes us away from concentrating on God's goodness, on God's grace, on the hope of heaven, you know. And then all of a sudden it turns us into this Debbie Downer that is always looking at negativity. And that is not godly. That is not a godly attitude. That is not what we're supposed to be doing, and who we're called to be. We're called to be a light. How can we be a light if we're always putting darkness in us? That just dims the light. We're supposed to be different. We're not supposed to be like everyone else and think like everyone else. And, you know, I don't care where you stand on in the political realm. God says, let Him be truth and every man a liar. And I just have determined I am not putting my faith in any man. I don't care if it's Donald Trump. I don't care who it is. I am not putting my faith in a person. Because God is the only one that I'm supposed to put my faith and trust in. Not any member of the government, not any, you know, political party or whatever it is. That's not where we're supposed to put our faith and our trust. I don't trust any of them. I want to trust the Word of God. I want to trust, you know, what He says, and that's it. And if you do that, you're going to have peace. Because our hope is not lying in what's going on in this world. This world is temporary. If you're a Christian, this world is temporary. This is not our home. We're just passing through. And I just wanted to rant about that for a minute. And, you know, I'm preaching to the choir. I need to take my thoughts and energies out of what's on the internet and what they're trying to feed us, you know, to influence us in our thinking. Like, I'm so tired of it. It's not being a Christian, but because you know all the evil going on in the world. It's not. We know that the world's evil because the Bible says it is. We know that, you know, in the end times it's gonna progressively get worse. But our hope is not here. Our eyes are not supposed to be fixed on the world. We're supposed to be separate. So we need to be separate. Don't get involved in it. Keep your eyes focused on what's real, what's true, what's good, what's honest. That's the Word of God. And, you know, His love for us, that's the stuff we're supposed to be focusing on. So, I'm at home. So I'm going to stop my rant for a minute, and I'll catch up with you in just a bit. Chickies.
What's it doing? You need water. Again, you need water. Uh-oh. Like somebody's eating my salad. Some of the salad there. We have a dog in there or something. Take your salad. Lots of duty in there. Okay, here's our fridge restock from yesterday. What I buy. Don't look at my Diet Pepsi, don't judge. Occasionally somebody needs to have a Diet Pepsi. So here is how I restock. It's not the most organized, but it's what we got to work with. This refrigerator is new, but it's not very functional, just the way it is. Okay, first of all, we have our greens. I have baby spinach, and I think this is sweet baby butter lettuce. So I like the butter lettuce. I got some light sour cream for sauces and such. This is my husband's ham that he takes on the road. He likes to munch on ham. Canadian bacon. This is, it's kind of gives you the same effect as bacon, except for it's lean. It's only 60 calories for 3 slices. So you could put this on some egg whites and, you know, in a scramble, dice it up and put it with any sweet potatoes and some, gosh, what else? Sweet potatoes, avocados, some Canadian bacon. I'd fry it up and maybe get it a little crispy. And then I have some salsa, which I like to put on to give things flavor. I have some Greek yogurt. This is just plain non-fat Greek yogurt. It is, what does that say? 80 calories. I like to eat this with fruit and things, but you can also make really good salsas. Use this instead of sour cream. There's more protein, less calories. Pretty much takes on whatever flavor that you mix with it. This is my mango that I use for. Here's some more spinach, eggs, blueberries. I eat a lot of blueberries. We have mushrooms, which I like to saute and put them in with just about everything for filler. Lots of cottage cheese. I don't normally buy store brand cottage cheese, but they didn't have anything else. I have 3 things. Oh no, I actually have 4 things. There's some, this Daisy cottage cheese is good. There's no gums in it. So this one's really good. A lot of those store brand ones have gum in them. I don't know. I don't know if it's for thickening or what it's for. Got some low carb tortillas I like to use for certain things. Like I said, don't mind the Diet Pepsi, don't judge. Got some zero sugar Minute Maid. That stuff's refreshing sometimes. That 2% milk I use for certain recipes. Chicken stock, I got grapes. My half and half is back in here. I put in my coffee. And then this door's a mess. I got some organic green beans. I like to saute these or even roast them with other vegetables. I got some celery I like to cut up and put in like chicken dishes and such. I have acorn squash. This is so good to roast it, cut it up, put it in with your meat, with your chicken, with your lean ground beef. Some carrots. Gotta have onion, Vidalia onion. I got some peppers. Avocado. These are nice big green avocados. Here is a spaghetti squash. I'm going to roast this and put it in with some greens and lean ground beef or turkey. And have some cheeses. Not the best cheeses, but I don't eat very much of it. This is for some kind of dish I'm making for the kids. With some spinach artichoke type thing. Let's see what else. I got some unsweetened almond milk. Oh, this here wing sauce. This is really good. You mix it in with some plain Greek yogurt. And toss it in with some shredded chicken, some chopped celery, and you kind of got yourself a buffalo chicken dip. Maybe put some cottage cheese on it, and it's only 5 calories. Really good stuff. This Primal Kitchen is a teriyaki sauce, no soy, Primal Kitchen. I like to put this in my meats. Really my ground turkey because it gives it so much flavor. It's 15 calories for a tablespoon. This is my mayonnaise I get. I don't eat a lot of mayonnaise, but whenever I need a little bit of mayonnaise, this is what I get because there's no seed oils in it. It's really good stuff. It's expensive. It was like $10 for this thing. It's a pretty good size, but $10, that's crazy. But you get what you pay for sometimes. Okay, that's the refrigerator. Let's see if I can even get this freezer open here. Yeah, there's our Diet Pepsi's getting cold. We have one Diet Pepsi pretty much a day. Not every day. My husband gets these to take on the road. I just bake them. Are lightly breaded, no antibiotics, 16 grams of protein. These are good if you want some kind of chicken nugget. That's the best thing to get. I always get 99% ground turkey breast. And that's at Nature's Promise. I bought these. I'm some turkey burgers for the kids. And, well, I probably won't have a turkey burger, but I might do chicken fries like Alessia, non-GMO. There's nothing artificial in them. They're good. They're like $6 a bag, but they're really, really good. And there's nothing bad in them. I got some chicken breast in there. Lots of ground turkey. That stuff was cheap, and I haven't even eaten it. I thought, well, if it got to the point where we were desperate for food, that's there. I got this lean ground beef. It's 90. No, it is not grass-fed and all of that stuff. I couldn't spend $10 or $11 on it, but this is 90. I don't eat a whole lot of ground beef. I eat more turkey and chicken. So, and I would buy cauliflower rice. And those are grilled chicken. And those were not even ours. My daughter was Instacarting, and these were somebody's that accidentally got left in her car. So she brought them home. They didn't get their chicken breasts, but those are just like grilled chicken breasts. We probably won't even eat those because I don't know how long they were in her car, so I'm not really feel safe to eat those. So that's what's in. Do I have anything else? Some frozen berries. And that would be it. It's in my freezer. In my freezer. My freezer don't shut very good. I have bagels on the rise here. These are, freshly milled sourdough bagels. I had a lot more, but let me show you what happened to them. I have this in the microwave trying to get it to rise because it's warmer in there. I tried to make blueberry bagels and I used frozen blueberries and they were way too wet and it pretty much ruined my dough. So what I did was I stuck it in a live pan and I'm gonna see, it has rose up some. I'm gonna let it rise for a little bit longer and then I'm gonna boil this. I'm gonna pop it just like I would a bagel. I'm gonna plop it out, I'm gonna boil it, and then I'm gonna put it back in here and bake it. And hopefully it turns into some kind of yummy bagel loaf, I don't know. And then I'm gonna make some kind of glaze to put over it. And this is just my bagel recipe, my sourdough bagel recipe. So I'm just covering that up, sticking it in here so it stays warm under the light. It rises up hopefully a little bit more. I got some ground turkey out for me tonight. I'm gonna roast me some squash and oh, something else I got in here I forgot about. This is really good. Where is it? It's falling back here. This is kimchi. This is classic fermented, let's see, crunchy cabbage with garlic, greens, and red pepper, and it's fermented. This stuff is really good for your gut. It's got 10 calories for an ounce, come on. So I'll probably put this on top of some of this on top of my ground turkey and my squash. I don't know, we'll see how it tastes. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but I'm gonna try it. And that is it. Nothing else in here I wanted to show. I want to show you this stuff. This is called Brianna's avocado. Let's see, is this the good stuff? I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, this is the good stuff. Where is it? Oopsie. Like I said, not user friendly. Okay. Did you see how this is Ken's balsamic vinaigrette? You think, oh, it's balsamic vinaigrette, and it's gluten free, and it is light, and all this. Okay, you think, oh, that's healthy. It's a balsamic vinaigrette, and then you turn it over and you look at the ingredients. If I can get this to focus, and it says what ingredients? Water, balsamic vinegar. Gosh, I can't even see that. I'm gonna get closer here. Will it focus? But it has all of, I need my glasses on. I can't see jack squat. But I'm pretty sure if you look close, you can see that it has got oils in it. And just because it says balsamic vinaigrette doesn't mean it's healthy. And I have 2 of those in here. I need to just throw them in the trash. So. And then mustard's always good too. I love mustard. I love mustard. I love me some mustard. This is organic Dijon mustard. So yeah, that is what I stocked up on. We spent, I mean, I had some other stuff. Oh, I always get bananas. I always get organic bananas, and I eat a half a banana with my cottage cheese in the morning. Oh, I want to show you my granola. Look at this. We found these. These were all in one, stacked in one, at the Harbor Freight for $30, and I got 4 toolboxes, and I put all my crafts in there. Put all my craft stuff in there. So I got it off the table. Here is my granola I get. This is the best granola. At our Food Lion, it's $5.99. Now, if you go to a place like Harris Teeter or Publix, it's going to be upwards of $8. So don't get it there. You can get it at Walmart and you can get it at Food Lion. I'm sure other places have it. But this is the best granola. I'm a little addicted to it. And it has nothing bad in it. It's got good ingredients in it. So that's what I have every morning for breakfast. And I have plenty of it. Okay. So I'm gonna probably get making these bagels. I'm gonna bake these. First I gotta boil them, and then I'm gonna bake them. And then I'm gonna boil this bread. I'm so anxious to see how it turns out. So I'll catch up with you in a few minutes. Okay, my blueberry bread. Don't mind this. This is real life. This is how I look on the weekends, majority of the time. So my blueberry bagel stuff, I have to show you. I mean, doesn't that look delicious? It kind of looks like a coffee cake. I'm hoping it's done all the way through. I put I covered it up on top so it wouldn't get too done before the inside got done. I'm gonna plop it out and I'm gonna see if it'll hold together because it was literally in pieces when I put it in here. So hopefully it kind of all bound together. And then I'm going to make, since it's blueberry, I'm going to make a lemon glaze to go over top of this. Since the bread, the bagels itself isn't that sweet, I thought I would put a glaze on it. So, wish me luck. And then after that, and then my bagels turned out really good too. Some of them are really oddly shaped. I think it's just the way, look at that. Aren't those nice? The little hole didn't get quite deep enough. And this little hole, almost, look at that. This is an everything bagel. And they just puffed up so nice. My starter was so good. They just did great. So all of this was supposed to be bagels, and then I messed my other dough up. But maybe it was supposed to happen like that. Maybe this is going to be one of those things that's going to be a new. I'm telling you, it's good. It's not sweet. It tastes like a bagel. But with that glaze on it, I think it's going to be delicious. I sprinkled a little bit of sea salt on top of it too. But it's like a bagel. So, and I had the biggest mess earlier. I was cleaning out my laundry room. I was wiping off the top of my dryer and such. I had one of those big things of, I'll just show you. So I had one of those big things of Arm & Hammer laundry detergent, such as this. And it was over on my dryer. And I still have to do something with this. This is a box of stuff. But everything was sitting there. And I had wash going, and I put it on here. I had my hamper down here. Now I got my craft stuff. So I guess when it went through the spin cycle, it knocked the laundry detergent off, and the little blue cap was not on it, and it went upside down into my laundry hamper. I'm telling you, this whole floor right here was all laundry detergent. Do you know how hard it is to wipe laundry detergent off the floor? It's clean, but I had to pretty much sop it up with old rugs. That's the only thing I had big enough to get it all up. Towels would not do it. And then I'd have to wash my towels. It would be way too much laundry detergent in it, so I just used old rugs and threw them in the trash. So that was a nice little surprise. These here, my husband got for me at Harbor Freight yesterday. They were all stacked into the big one, and now they're filled with my craft stuff. So I got all my craft stuff off of the table, and all of these, they're not completely full, but all of these got something in. That's got my material and my big stuff in it, and my paints and things are in here. I love them, but I decided to put my hamper in the bathroom, and I was going to keep these here. I think that's a good idea. So I'm going to get the dryer open. I think if I slide them down, it'll be fine. So I'm happy with little boxes here at the Hobby Lobby, I think. And I'm going to put material on them, cover them with material and Mod Podge them on there, make them look real cute. And I also got this dough bowl at Hobby Lobby. It was on their Valentine's stuff, really cheap. I think it was 60% off of $14.99. And I'm going to stain it and make it darker wood. I don't really care for this real light colored wood. So I'm gonna stain it and make it dark. And I'm gonna try and do something really cutesy with it. And then I found these little carrots, I think, at the dollar store. I pulled the ugly green tops that were on there off, and then I stuffed this moss in there, and I coffee grunged the carrots to make them look dirty and old. And then somehow I'm gonna put them in here in this box when I get done. I'm gonna fill this with springy Easter gardeny stuff. I'm not sure yet. Probably means I'm gonna have to take another trip to the thrift store or something. So that's my plan today. Oh, I'll show you these bowl fillers that I made. I'm going to put them on Etsy and see how they do because people love this stuff. I did not make these bunnies. I got these at another antique store. These are salt. I think they're salt dough. I did make this. This is an old, not an old. It's from Hobby Lobby. There's a little pack of these, and they're for like little paints. But I grunged them up to make them look like rusty. And if I already said this in a previous video, I apologize. I'm gonna make them look like, you know, rusty little muffin tins. And then I put a little label on it. So I'm gonna make some of those. And then I made, these are salt dough little bundt cakes. And I put apple cake on it. And I'm just going to put these on Etsy. And you just fill a little bowl with them, put them on a little plate for decorations. And then I made these little heart cookies, 3 stackables. They smell so good. They smell like coffee and cinnamon. And then these are just like little cookies. I put old-fashioned molasses cookies. I put that on a little label. But they're so cute to just sit them in an old tin like this. I found these old tins. I have another one right here. I found these at the antique store for like $4 a piece. I had to grab them. They're so cute. Just sit stuff in like this. So I'm gonna do some crafting today, and I'm gonna make some dinner later. I'll share my dinner with you, what I eat. And oh, I found this at Harbor Freight. It is a battery operated glue gun. I'm so excited about that. Got my very own battery operated glue gun. So happy. I love my glue guns. So I have got to I have to be like in the mood to do this stuff. And I got to get myself back in. It's like trying to get in the Christmas spirit, but with crafts. Sometimes you just feel it and sometimes you don't. And that's just kind of where I'm at right now. But I think if I list these, I'm going to put them in a cute little package and put them on Etsy and see how they go. And then that'll give me incentive if people actually want to buy them. But they're so cute. These little bunnies. I think I might actually somehow put the bunnies in this once I get this filled up. Make it kind of Easter. I thought about putting old, ooh, you know what would be cute is to put like those old rusty garden shovels in here. Something like that. I just need to find, I don't know where I could find one of those. If you know where I can find like old garden tools, let me know. Maybe the thrift stores, but the thrift stores, a lot of times they don't keep old rusty looking stuff. That's what I want. I want old rusty stuff. Let's see. Oh, here's my eggs for today. Well, the last couple days. So, got plenty of eggs. So I'm gonna be working on stuff. And oh, I found this bowl. If you know anything about this stuff, or like if it's worth anything, please let me know. It's false graph, I think is what you say. It says I think it says $4.56 on the bottom. Yeah. It says microwave and oven safe. So I think it's cute. I don't know if I'll sell it or if I'll keep it. I don't know. I love old bowls. If you want to make a girl happy, buy me some old crock bowls or antique bowls or cooking utensils. I love it. So I'm going to get started on this glaze and then I'll show you what it looks like. Definitely like bagel, cutting a bagel, not cutting on bread. It's done. I'm gonna go give this to my husband, have him try it. Okay, this day is partially done, almost done. It started to rain and it got chilly, so I had to put a sweatshirt on and fuzzy socks. I was just cold. I've eaten dinner. I had a really good dinner, lots of protein. I put me I still got like 600 and some calories yet. I definitely am not going to eat all those calories, but I made me a Greek yogurt and I put some sugar-free lemon jello in it, like a couple tablespoons, and you mix it up and you put it in the freezer and you freeze it, and then you get it out and you put just a little bit of, I use fat-free whipped cream. Just put a couple dollops on there. Good. It's going to be good. So that'll be my little dessert. And then I might have a cup of coffee. I've got the sweet potato fries in the oven for my husband and my son-in-law. He'll be here shortly. And some turkey burgers. Did I say that? No, I said sweet potato fries. Sweet potato fries, turkey burgers. And then there's leftovers, whatever they want. Leftover pizza from yesterday, leftover dessert for my mother-in-law's birthday yesterday, so there's plenty for them to eat. I am finishing up, let me show you my craft real quick. I got this I got this bow all done. Dough bowl. I stained it this dark. And then I put the ribbon on with some of this, I forgot what that, it's not baby's breath, but it's something like baby's breath. And a little rusty star. And I think I'm just gonna sit it in either like that box that I got over there with some other stuff, or I don't know, I'll find some place to put it. And then I put, this was just one of those cardboard little boxes that you can get, the stackable boxes that you can get at Hobby Lobby. I took some of my material I had and I covered it, and I used coffee stained Mod Podge on it. And now it looks like some old little box, like a little old hat box. But I'm gonna do the smaller one in a different fabric and stack them. And I don't know if I'm gonna put anything on them or if I'll just sit them in a corner on a shelf or something like this. But I thought that turned out really good. It's amazing putting that Mod Podge on there. And to get that dark stain color, I just put some coffee grounds in the Mod Podge and stir it up and then put it on there, and it makes it dark colored. I thought that turned out really cute. So that's what I've done as far as crafting today. I think that's all I've done. And I'm about done. It's 5:15, and because of the daylight savings time, it's still really light outside. So it feels like earlier than it is, but I'm tired. My butt's been up since 6 o'clock this morning. So I'm gonna say goodbye, and I just wanna thank you all for watching my video today. This has been kind of a longer one, and just kind of showing you kind of a little bit of my weekends and things that I love my weekends because I get to do the things that I love. I love to cook, I love to decorate, I love to craft, I love to work out in the yard and mess with the chickens, and what else I love to clean. I don't love to clean, but I like a clean home, so I do clean. So I've done laundry. I've had a busy day, and I'm still not exactly done. I need to clean up a couple messes I have here, and then I'll be done. So I just hope you guys have a great Monday. If it's already Monday by the time this video is up, have a great day. Have a great Tuesday, and I hope that you're as blessed as I am. I know you are. So have a great evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.